The saga of Tim and Freya. This happened on a train. Me, Janey Godley, you can get me on Twitter at Janey Godley. Couple sit down on the train, I get bored, the rest is history. Couple on train, before it's even moved, have fallen out over her inability to accept the truth. This'll be fun. She just told him, I can't accept the truth. You're incapable of speaking it. Now who the fuck is Tia and why did she email you? At this point I'm like, whoa, the train hasn't even moved yet. He said, Tia isn't working with us anymore. She lives in Rome now. She said, lucky fucking her. Is she a nun then? And slammed her bag down. He hissed, shut up Freya. We never had anything going on. It was when we were staying in Bognor. Remember? You were impotent in Bognor. Or were you just exhausted fucking Tia? Now at this point, my fingers are moving quick. It's hard to tell the whole story. He, Tim, staring at the floor. Freya is eating a sandwich in a furious chompy manner as if it was his limp cock. I'm guessing. Freya is on her text and Tim is pretending to ignore her. Tim, who are you sending that piece of shit to? Your mum, she said. At Virgin Trains, I'm tweeting an argument between Tim and Freya who are sitting near me. Tim just rubbed his eyes. Stop grooming me, Freya, he said. She stared at him and said, did Tia groom you? She did, rabbit fingers. I think she's mental. Tim has gone to the loo. Freya has just called Lisa on her mobile. I hate him, Lisa. He never explains his emails or texts or anything. Freya is off the phone. I think Freya's a psychotic bitch. Tim might have jumped off the train. Tim is back. Now tell me everything about Tia, she hisses, and Tim is staring at her. I think he's scared. She just plucked out one of his eyebrows in the middle of a conversation with her fingers. Who the fuck does that? Tim tried to hold her hand and Freya snogged him. It's getting a wee bit embarrassing. Train is moving fine and now Freya is gripping Tim's hand imploringly. I love you, Tim, says Freya. Tim says, I was close to Tia back in '99 before we met. Fuck no, Tim, don't tell her. Freya is smiling, encouraging him to tell. Tia and I flat shared in Manchester in the late 90s. Was wild times, said Tim wistfully. Freya is actually gnashing her jaw. How can Tim not see this? Wild how? She asks. I told you, I was in a band at uni back in the late 90s. Tim pleads. Freya snorts. Was it Oasis? And laughs really loudly at Tim. Tim stupidly explains. We did a few festivals together when I was in the band. Freya laughs. What band? You were in a band? Tim has got up and walked off. Freya is on the phone to her pal Lisa. Did you know this wanker was in a band? Me neither. Oh my god. Freya doesn't know this poor bastard was in a band. What band? Poor Tim. She's still on the phone. Lisa, I'm getting the morning after pill. I have 6 hours left to make sure I'm not pregnant to this loser, said Freya. Tim is back looking at me suspiciously. Hope he can't see me tweeting. Tim. Freya, I never loved Tia. It was '98 the last time I saw her. She emailed to say she was living in Rome. Please stop fighting. Tim. I love you, Freya. Fuck, don't love her, Tim. She hates you. Tim is back to staring at the floor. Freya is smiling. I'm pregnant, Freya just said to Tim. Oh my fucking god, she isn't pregnant. She's going to take the morning after pill. Do I step in? Tunnel! Are you sure? He is asking. She is glaring at him. Of course I'm sure. I'm a woman. Are you calling me a liar? Meanwhile, I'm shaking my head and my mouth in the word. She's a liar. He isn't looking at me. I don't think I should get involved. Freya just said, well, I might not be pregnant, but I'm thinking of not taking the morning after pill, which is the same thing technically. There is another watcher to this story. Just spotted a man watching me watching them. He has raised an eyebrow. Tim. That's not the same as being pregnant. For fucking hell's sake, Freya, take the pill. I don't want this anymore. People are staring at them now. Freya just said, I love you, don't leave me. What about Deborah? Who the fuck is Deborah? Tim has turned away from me and said, Deborah will be fine. Don't pretend you love her as well. I want to ask who Deborah is. Deborah needs grooming. Please, oh fuck, please let Deborah be a horse and not a child. I'm not paying to keep her anymore, Tim, if you leave me, Freya says. I'm guessing Deborah is a horse. Please let Deborah be a horse. He says, I'm riding Deborah this week. Deborah is a horse pony thing. Look, can you stop talking about your fucking horse and explain why you're leaving me, says Freya. Tim, you pretended to be pregnant, Freya. I didn't pretend. I said I might be. You always make me the liar, Tim, says Freya. I wish I'd recorded what you said Tim. I wish Deborah was another woman he was riding, and I wish I could tell Tim I have actually recorded everything they've said. Tim stormed off crying, and Freya is crying into the phone. Lisa, he's being horrible. I think I'm pregnant if I don't take the morning after. She is tall, slim, blonde English with big smoky eye makeup. He is rugged, tall and dark English posh. Tim is back with 4 cans of beer. He has sat at another table. Personally, I don't think she's pregnant and is lying, but I'm just a watcher. Freya has got up and sat beside Tim. She's trying to hug him. He is wearing a dark suit jacket, blue shirt, and she is wearing fawn coat and big boots. Tim is ignoring Freya's attempts to reconcile halfway. Down the train, a toddler fell and there is baby screams. The baby screams are well timed. Tim is talking to Rupi, his pal. Oh my God, Tim just got up and ran off the train at Carlisle. The train is moving off and Freya's just banging on the window. Even I didn't expect that. People, Tim is off the fucking train. Freya is sitting pretending she didn't care Tim is off and is moving cans to the side, and she's calling Lisa on the phone. Freya to Lisa. He just got off the train at Carlisle. Yes, he took his bag and ran off. I'm taking the pill now. He is such a wimp. Freya has moved seats, left the beer and applying makeup and rustling a bag with the Chemist Boots logo. She has taken the pill, thank God, and is now talking on her phone. He was good at going down. What the fuck? Who's she talking to? We didn't really make a go of it. He prefers horses and was in Iraq for most of the year, she is saying. I'm guessing Tim was in the army. Why else would you go to Iraq? Tim has called her. People, Tim is on the phone. Fuck you, Tim, Freya is shouting. I'm getting off next stop. Marcus is coming to get me. Tim hung up by the sounds of it, and now Freya is sitting staring out the window. I hope Tim and his horse go to Rome and find Tia. Freya calling Lisa. By the way, Stella McCartney is really ugly close up and a bit fat. I hate her stuff. Freya to Lisa. Yeah, he's off the train. Fuck him. Marcus is coming to meet me at the next stop. Freya is staring at me. I'm dying to ask if she's okay and who Marcus is. Freya has called Tim. I don't give a fuck, Tim, she is shouting. Take your horse and stick it up your arse for all I care, and I hope you find a woman who doesn't mind your shit cock. Go back to Iraq with your mates, or whatever they're called, well then, regiment, whatever, I don't care. I'm not pregnant. Who said I was pregnant? Don't you dare slag my pal Lisa. Freya on the phone to Tim. I'm meeting Marcus at... She puts her hand over the phone, asks me, what is the next station? It's my big part. Oxenholme. Her? What? Oxenholme. Freya to Tim on the phone. I'm meeting Marcus at Oxenholme, if you must know. Freya is crying now. I went over. I'm in. I'm offering a hanky. She stared at me funny. I'm back in my seat. I'm out again. She's pretending to sleep. Freya is getting up. She got her bag together. I think she's getting off at Oxenholme. Oh, she's back on the phone. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm sorry. Please meet me at Oxenholme. I love you. Freya on the phone. Please, Tim, meet me there. I will wait for you there. I love you. She's getting off at Oxenholme to meet Tim. She got off at Oxenholme and is on the phone to Tim. They're meeting up, I think. The end. Conclusion, 3 days later. Poor Tim, I hope he uses his army training to hide in Carlisle and avoid her. Dear Lord, I got an email to my website from Tim or someone claiming to be him. I'm not sure it's him, so I emailed back. I have asked for a photo because I know what Tim looks like. Tim has confirmed. It's Tim. He sent me a picture. Oh my God, I asked him what happened at Carlisle. He told me briefly in an email that he's glad he read the thread, as he didn't know Freya had said those things. He didn't go to Oxenholme. He's going to Cornwall, where he lives, and has a horse, and hopes Freya finds Marcus and leaves him alone. He's a bit embarrassed. Train tales. It all happened in the train. Hashtag Tim and Freya by Janey Godley. Don't ever argue on a train near me. I will tell the world.